Hello and welcome to
Delusionally.
Audacious. Today is episode 4, and we have some exciting.
5.
Today is episode 5. And boy, do we have some exciting things to chit chat about today. But first, can I open my drink? Do you want to hear
Oh,
it?
open it.
Are you
Yeah,
ready?
yeah.
Oh, that was
Ooh.
so satisfying.
We have a couple things on the docket today. I'll jump in. Jump in the
Okay.
water.
Jump on in. I hear it's cool.
I'm not sick anymore, guys.
What a gift.
Life has been pretty busy. Also, am in the thick of the training gig where I'm training, I think four sound techs total. I've only met 2.5. I say half because I met one, but he I say half just because it was like meeting and passing, and then
I was fully expecting for you to just say
they
he was short.
oh, it was a little person or just like
Yeah.
a short man.
And I was like,
Both.
that's crazy. But you were nicer than that.
I was
so-
nicer, just a hi, nice to meet you, and then they disappeared.
How long have you been doing this training now?
This Sunday will be 4 weeks, so
Okay.
halfway.
Wow, halfway and you've only met half of him. That's crazy. What has been your favorite thing about teaching thus far?
My favorite thing about teaching, one, yapping.
Of course, always.
And the guys that I've been training, so eager to learn.
A gift.
Something that I didn't know was a skill that I had. If you need to like feel a little better about maybe like
Yourself.
teach a skill that maybe you have, because in EQing there are a few ways you can EQ. There's what's called the boost, scan, cut method, where you like boost a band, you scan for things that sound funny, and then you cut the thing that sounds the weirdest. I forgot that people don't do that. That it's
I literally
like,
have no idea what
super
you're even
common,
talking about.
I guess. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. The audio nerds, if there are any, or any music people, they'll know. Didn't know. So learning things about myself too has
Wow.
been probably one of my favorite things. It's been helpful. I've noticed ways I can grow as a teacher.
In the words of Jack Black, if you cannot do, you teach. And if you cannot teach, you teach Jim.
Is that School of Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally iconic.
Best movie ever. Oh, got a couple of job opportunities. One, got asked to mix a festival, Veg Fest,
The vegan festival.
the vegan festival.
I feel like you'll be a true Kansas Cityan once you start doing that.
Once I start doing that,
The Veg Fest.
the Veg Fest.
You'll
And
meet like all
then-
the grungy KC people.
Oh,
How
it's
fun for you.
fine. Longs to be living a European summer. Forced to be a grungy Kansas
Cityan.
Cityanite.
God, what I would give for a European summer, an
Truly.
Italian Grecian summer.
Oh, went to a breakfast thing at Messenger, and
Cute.
you know the red linen pantsuit that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
I said I don't need to be in Europe to wear this. I can wear this downtown.
Absolutely.
So fully, I was like, I never go downtown anymore. So I'm wearing it, and I'm like, frick yeah, I'm in. Let's be real. I said, fuck yeah, I'm in red. I look hot as heck.
Mhm.
Feeling good, looking good. Pull
Mhm.
up to Messenger, order my drink from the barista. The barista was like, I really like your outfit.
Ugh, queen.
And I said, I killed it.
yes.
For a barista to give you a compliment.
Let me tell you, I love Colorado. I miss just dressing up and going to coffee shops. Really just
Right.
like having fashion, because everyone here wears their like chacos and workout shorts all the time, which makes sense because you just like never know when it's going to rain or if you have to like run from a bear at any moment.
It's a choice, yeah.
It's a choice, but like what I would give to dress up in all red and just be like, no one knows where I'm coming from.
No one.
No one.
As far as they're concerned, I'm urban. I
And-
live downtown.
I'm an urban gal, okay? Here's the thing, no one knows where you're coming from or where you're going. So
No
if you
one
dress to the nines, everyone's like, oh my gosh, she must have something so important. And you're like, my important thing today is literally sitting at this coffee shop reading my book.
is literally this, the second coffee shop I've been to in 4 hours.
Yep. And I've literally spent $20 just on matchas today.
It's true. Sunday was wild. I did 3 wardrobe changes.
I love those type of days. I love a quick change.
I worked my training gig in all black, ran home, put on red linen top, shorts, met my friend at a coffee shop, then ran home, put on the matching pants, changed the shoes, went downtown.
Iconic.
You know,
It's just the life you're living now. You're just an urban gal.
I'm trying, and that's all I can do.
And that's all we can ask you to do, Rush. Just try.
Just please try.
I'm pretty sure we said that on like episode 1. We were like, if in doubt, just try.
Pretty
So
much.
you're living by your own words.
I think they were
Congratulations.
yours, but yeah.
You're living by my words.
I'm
Congratulations.
living by your words.
And what wise words? Man, I had so much to say, and now honestly, all I can think about is, you know, when you get those, what are they called? Intrusive thoughts.
Oh, what is it?
Um,
Do you want to confess?
I keep wanting to just like stuff the microphone in my mouth.
Just
I just like want to bite it.
That's fair.
And it's distracting me a lot. I've been cleaning Airbnbs this summer, and yesterday I cleaned an Airbnb and I was cleaning the shower. There was so much pubic hair in the shower that I literally think I could have made a toupee. I was gagging, not over exaggerating. I was
want to
literally
gag.
gagging the entire time.
I would have been too.
So post that, today I've been thinking boys are disgusting.
Okay, I had a job where I was an intern and I had to clean the urinals.
Ugh. I would literally puke. I can't even comprehend that. Oh my God, that made me nauseous.
Boys are gross.
This is my personal opinion, and you've probably heard me say this before. If they cannot aim into the toilet, they should be demoted from their big boy job because they are obviously a child. At my last job, shout out Anthony, poor Anthony, you heard me rant about this all the time because I would go to clean the bathrooms and I'd be like, I'm not doing it. Like, a grown man should be demoted. Where is he? And Anthony was always like, Hop, I'll do it for you. And I was always like, thank you.
Anthony, you're a king, but also
Anthony, literally a king.
But also, just sit down.
You know what's the worst is that you're at someone's home. This is such a disgusting conversation. You're at someone's home and you're in the bathroom and you step on something wet. I have the weakest stomach ever. I used to have such a tough stomach, and now I'm like, ugh.
No,
I can't do it.
Absolutely not. I would leave. I would immediately leave. I would throw, if I had a sock, I would throw the sock in the trash. I would bleach my foot. And I would stomp out across their floor with bleach still on my foot.
I'm just imagining you like ducking your feet in a bucket, being like, Katie, what are you doing? And you're like, I'm bleaching my feet, obviously.
I stepped in some kind of unknown puddle in your bathroom.
And unknown liquid, disgusting.
After I'm done bleaching my feet, I'm out of here.
So basically, I've been contemplating all day why boys are disgusting.
The icks you have, huh?
The icks. Yeah. So today while I was cleaning, I was literally thinking, I was like, what are the funniest icks that girls have? Which I would just like to make a public statement. I feel sorry for boys because girls get icks so easily.
They could breathe wrong and ick.
First, well, it literally depends on the week in our cycle we are.
Oh,
and
definitely.
It'll be like last week your breathing was fine. This week I could just poke your eyeballs out. So
why are you breathing so hard?
I was specifically thinking of videos of guys running in backpacks. It's hilarious. Or like running upstairs. Anyone running upstairs is an ick. So that's pretty much what I've been thinking about today. What are my life updates? Oh my gosh. This is my biggest life update. So I'll have to give you the full tea on the next pod.
Oh.
But I was invited to an exclusive cocktail night. Another life update, which I'll get to, was that I just spent a week back in Kansas City. And when I was there packing up a lot of my stuff, I had a feeling that I should grab a few of my nice dresses. And I was like, why would I bring them to the Springs? Like, there's no point. And then I was invited
no fashion
to this.
Here.
There's literally no fashion in the Springs. And then I was invited to this, and I was like, well, poopy. So I only have a few options. which
Oh,
I don't think really fit the vibe.
worst case scenario, you have to buy something. Oh, shucks.
Oh, shucks. Darn, I don't like shopping.
Dang it.
I hate spending money. Darn. Other life update is that my
My other update.
my other life update. Gosh, my stutter.
It's fine.
It's ridiculous. My other life update is that I just spent a week in Kansas City, which was lovely.
Yes.
I had to go back for my future sister-in-law's bridal shower and to move all my stuff. Not had to, I chose to, and it was delightful. So I spent a majority of my time was with family.
You
which
did
was
need
lovely.
to move your stuff.
I
that
did
was
have
me.
that was a have to. So all my stuff was just chilling in my old house because I didn't want to pay for storage and for like my final month of rent because that would be stupid.
Fair
I do
enough.
like spending money, but not in that way.
Not in dumb ways.
Not in stupid ways. So I went back and packed up all my stuff and hung out with fam, snuggled my cat Jack. I picked up a couple shifts at Ace, which was super fun.
How was
So
that? Saw you
it was-
there one
yeah.
time.
it was so I didn't tell anyone that I was coming in town, and
It's true.
I literally day one was in Target and saw literally 6 people that I knew. It was so overwhelming. It was really sweet to like see all the old regulars at the coffee shop because I didn't say bye to any of them either. I just like peaced out. I love an Irish exit where you're just like, and you don't say anything.
That's fair.
So most people
But
were
you
like,
hate it when I do it. You hate it being done to you.
well, yeah, obviously. Well, like, of course.
I was like, if I don't say bye to you at that coffee shop, you're like, okay, bye, Katie.
I'm like, how dare you? Are you trying to offend me?
No, I'm just trying to slip out.
And I just hate when it's me leaving. I'm like, I just would rather leave. So it was fun to like see all the regulars, and all of them were like, I'm sorry, where have you been? And it was fun to chat with them to be like, I actually short-term moved to the good old CO.
I love Anthony, but I'm mad at Anthony because he spoiled you coming back for me.
I literally was trying to make it a surprise for Rush that I was coming back because I knew she would come in to the coffee shop while I was there working. But my old ex-coworker told her, like, hey, Javi's coming in town.
He was just so
He
excited.
ruined the surprise.
He was so excited. He was like, well, I figured Javi would like tell you. I said, listen, she did. She told me the dates and everything. I said, I don't remember.
Yep.
And she's counting on that.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Well, and you didn't know that I was going to pick up shifts there.
No.
That was like a last minute. I honestly miss being behind the bar. I enjoy making drinks.
I also miss you behind the bar.
Aw, that's the kindest thing you've ever said to me.
I don't think so, but okay.
You're like, I've definitely said nicer things. That kills me.
I'm sure I've said something nicer to you.
Dude,
So-
moving took so much more time than I anticipated.
Always does.
Took a majority of my stuff to Colorado with me.
Yeah.
But then everything that I left was like tedious household stuff that I just don't need here. So like packing it, I made sure to pack it in a very labeled and organized way. And so it just took forever.
Proud of you. I would have just
Also-
tossed it all in a box and said, burn it.
Oh my, I was close. I was literally close. I was like, I want to live out of a suitcase. This is ridiculous. And I don't even have that much stuff. That's what's crazy. I lived in the same place for 4 years and you just kind of
you accumulate.
You accumulate. It's like a lot of kitchen appliances and my bed. I'm like, do I need a bed?
Me moving cross country 2 times in 1 year. I was like, how much stuff do I really need?
I packed so lightly when I first came here
Oh, okay.
that even when I showed up, my roommates were like, this is all you brought? And I was like, yeah, these are just my necessities. And then throughout the month, I was like, shoot. Like,
Shoot, I don't have a necessity.
yeah, I was like, I don't got a necessity.
How is the fam? How are friends? I'm sure you got a lot of questions about what you're doing in Colorado, how you're doing in Colorado.
So many questions.
Because
Which
not many people get to talk to you on the regular or semi-regular.
That's true. Not many people get to talk to me on the regular. It was really good. Family time was so sweet. Literally
Awesome.
I would say like some of the best family time I've had in a while.
Oh, That's bad.
Got to see my nieces, obsessed with them. The 5-year-old literally talks like a grown adult. So she looked at me and she goes, "Hi, Auntie Javi." And I was like, "Hi, girly." And she was like, "How's Colorado?" And I was like, "It's so much fun." She goes, "Are you having so much fun?" And I was like, "I am having so much fun." It was just so cute.
It
How's
freaks me out.
Colorado?
It freaks me out when little kids, they start speaking full adult sentences.
They like speak like their parents, where I'm
Yeah.
like, you for sure have heard conversations and you're just repeating, like, "How's Colorado?" Before I even moved, my niece made a comment where she was like, "I can't wait to just swim with you at the pool this whole summer." And I was like, like, and I hadn't told her that I was leaving yet. And I was like, oh my God, my little heart. Oh, so it was really sweet to be with them.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just simply obsessed with my nieces. And then friend time was amazing. I got to hang out with my besties, which is just, like healing to the soul.
Truly.
It reminds me, this is a side quest, but one of my coworkers asked me, he was like, "What's your favorite thing about your best friend?" And I felt like such a girl because I said, "Well, she's just the strongest person I know, and she's so kind and honest. She's just been through so much shit, and I just love her so much." And he was like, "That was the most classic girl thing I've ever heard." And I was like, "You know what? I stand by it." Okay.
It's true.
It's
okay?
literally true.
It's why you asked my why.
That was my why. Okay. So I saw my besties, which was phenomenal. I had a few stressful conversations where people were like, "What the poop are you doing?" Which, on one hand, is totally fair. People who are just observing my life are like, "Is she having a mental breakdown? Is it a crisis?
Hello, meant to be.
Is she running away?" Which I'm like, fair, fair, fair. But also, like, you're not in my inner circle, so you don't really get to know the tea, you know? It just drives me insane, especially when it's all based out of fear or jealousy. I'm like, get away. I had one person who was like, "You should just be content wherever you are," and combating that I should have been content in Kansas City and not moved to Colorado. One, I'm not married. I don't have kids.
Right.
I don't have it'd be one thing if I was like signed to a company and performing, but I'm not. So there's literally nothing keeping me here. I'm young.
You have free will.
And I have free will. And I'm also like, why do I have to fit into this box? And certain people are created to thrive near the ocean, thrive in the mountains, thrive in the Midwest. I am not a person to thrive in the Midwest.
I'm like, is there ocean? Is there sun? Put me on a rock near the ocean.
Let me just tan in the sun like a blob, and I will be the most
Perfect.
content human ever.
Absolutely.
I basically was like, "Love you, go away." And then I had another conversation where it was also just like a lot of fear and questioning if I was running away. And here's first for those who are intrigued, I am not running away from my life. I am very much facing my problems still.
I will say, as somebody who like just met you, who like got to hear like why you're going to Colorado, it didn't sound like you were running away.
Thank you. Say I was running away. Sometimes you leave.
Yeah.
And I
Sometimes that's
think-
good.
I think especially in religious circles, the like thing is that you like buckle up, pull up your bootstraps, and you just stay forever, even if it's the worst.
Kill me.
And I'm like, that's
that makes me
actually
want to die.
Yeah, and I don't think it's healthy. Like there are literally people, there are situations, and there are places that it's actually best to leave.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
And I hate this thought that's like, you have to make sure you're not running away. I'm like, sometimes I think it's good to run. As someone who stays in hard things, sometimes it's good to run. So I was just like,
Yeah.
Again, it was another scenario where I was like, just go away.
Yeah.
I don't want your opinion. I did
Yeah.
not ask.
Well, and do these people like, I mean, obviously they're coming at it from clearly what they're observing. Do they ever like get curious or ask and actually like listen to an answer? Or do they think they know you're running away?
They ask sometimes. However, usually when they ask, I kind of divert it because it feels very
Guided.
and I'm
Yeah.
not down for guided conversations. I am very specific on who I ask for their advice and opinions, and if I don't ask, then I don't want it.
If I don't ask you, I didn't want it.
I didn't want it.
So don't be upset if I don't
Don't
receive
ask.
it.
Yeah, like I'm just like unless you have a successful career in what I am trying to accomplish,
Yeah.
I don't really think you have anything to share to me. But when it's a slightly manipulative conversation where
Yeah.
they're basically just trying to get me to the conclusion that I'm being stupid, I'm
Yeah.
like, why are we having this conversation? Please go away.
Yeah. The unsolicited opinions are not welcome.
Yes, which
I
I
mean, you can
know.
have them, but they're none of my business.
Yes. I'm like, you can have an opinion about me. Everyone has an opinion about someone. I don't care.
None of
Just,
my business, so sorry.
yeah, I'm like, you can comment on my videos. You can comment there. At least it gives me traction. But like, why are we talking about this? A few years ago, Javi would have been really bugged by a few of the conversations I had because I would have been like, oh man, maybe they see something in me that I don't see. Maybe I am being dumb or maybe I am running away. And now I'm at a point where I actually know myself. I know my intentions. I know my own character. I'm not someone that runs away. I'm not someone who is flaky and like jumps into things without thinking through it. If anything, I overthink things. And if anything, I like
Dang.
think too long and don't jump on opportunity because I think through X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And successful people, like the number one thing you hear is that obviously they're educated in like whatever they're doing, but they don't sometimes, and don't
Actually, a lot of them are not.
I'm like, I can actually name probably like 5 billionaires that have no credentials to be in the field they're in,
None.
but they just went for it. Bill Gates.
Yep. That's all
That's all that needs to be said. Bill Gates is not qualified to be talking about the things he talks about, and yet the
No.
whole world listens to him.
Yeah.
Successful people have an idea and they jump on it
Yeah.
rather than mulling over it. Hot take, so sorry. I feel like a lot of people back home mull over ideas forever. That's like the Midwest. They just stay there forever. You've had a dream for 6 years. Move and pursue
Why
it.
haven't you tried?
Yeah, and I feel like I can say that because I was one of them that was like just there, just like da, 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 da.
Same.
Like
I got here and I was like, all the ambition left my body. Now, granted, haven't wasted. It is leading to things, but there was a time where like I let haters in my life be like, well, you know, you'll probably never make it, or why do you think you could do this, or whatever. And back then, I for sure was like, maybe I do need like a 9 to 5. Never got one though. I'm very thankful. Both of my parents are supportive of me pursuing this career, but they're so for me pursuing the things that I love, and I'm grateful. But yeah, I mean, I learned that I am okay with people being jealous. I am okay with people having an opinion about me. I noticed that people who waste their time by hyper fixating on mine, most of the time they feel unfulfilled and they have way too much time on their hands if they're going to take the time out of their day to waste it on me.
Well, and even to waste it on me. Well,
to waste it on me.
Even if
Even if it's in love.
Even if it is in love, here's the difference though that I see. And this is something that I love about the roommate I'm with right now is that she does this really well is if she can see me struggling with something, she'll be like, "Hey, let's sit down and process this and actually make up like a plan to help you accomplish it." And that's so helpful because I have 30 different options to choose from and I'm like having a hard time narrowing it down. So rather than just being like, "Well, where are you going to live? What are you going to do for work? How are you going to do that?" Like, AI might take over your career. Did you know that? And I'm like, I just literally could bang my head against the floor. Please stop. Yes, I've thought through all of this. Instead of being like, I would love to help you like plan so that you feel like you're ready to succeed when you do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like there's just like a difference in that.
Well, yeah, it's the difference of I'm going to give you my unmerited opinion, my unsolicited opinion, right? But what am I supposed to do with that? How does that help me? Okay, offer me a connection. Offer me something than just don't take a dump on me and then walk away. Clean up your mess. Like help.
Help. Literally help. It was a few people that I anticipated having those conversations with. It's just insane once you start actually doing the things you want to do, how many people feel the need to vocalize that they're against it. After one of the conversations, I low-key had like a minty bee. I made a video and I ranted, and I've been debating about posting it on social media. But it's like kind of embarrassing at the same time because I definitely cry in the video. So I
Then
can't decide.
post it on TikTok.
That's what I was thinking.
That's the platform for that.
Yeah, it's like just very raw and honest. The like genuine reason of why I like moved out to Colorado, which was I'm like, why do I feel like I could put it on TikTok and I can't even talk about it on the podcast?
Because with TikTok, it is the dumpster fire of social
True.
media. You can
True.
be unhinged. Your opinions can be crazy. You can also have like funny cat videos. It's
True.
just the gambit of what you can get on TikTok. Sky's the limit. There it is.
Yeah, this guy. You said,
I said,
You're like, what is this guy? Yeah, it basically what I was like processing was that a few months back, someone really close to me almost passed away. And it like provoked this question in me of like, if I got a second chance, would my life look different? And I came to the conclusion that I felt like I wasn't really living and that I needed to make a drastic change to shock my system. So I was just like talking about that and I shed a few tears.
which, as you should, it is a very emotional reason.
You would think that when a family member almost passes away, you want to like, stay close to them. But instead, I was like, I love you. I actually have to start living my life. So I might end up back in Kansas City for a bit, which I'm totally okay with.
Have you ever lived not in Kansas City as an adult?
Yeah, I lived in Houston for a little bit.
Even with, okay, without your family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it is, I mean, it's been a while. I lived in Houston when I was 20.
Oh, okay. So it's been a minute.
It's been like a hot minute.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, I love it.
Almost death, like it really has you evaluate your life in general. So to me, that kind of revelation is not shocking.
I think I was surprised because this is taking a turn. This is taking
It is
a turn that I didn't
different
anticipate.
turn.
Because 2 years ago, I also lost someone really close to me, and it like changed my life in a completely different way. The lack of her presence, she was like a second mom to me, made me like doubt myself incredibly because I would share so many things with her that I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to like tell her about this. And then when she wasn't there, I was like, oh, I don't know. It made me be like, I don't know if I'm capable of actually fulfilling my dreams. And then when my family member recently almost passed away, I was like, it like switched me where I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy how like even just different people and it brings different things out of you.
For sure. When I lost one person, it was like, oh my gosh, life is so short. I've got to do the things, but it like drew me closer to my family. And she was like the glue on that side of the family, and she's gone. And then when my grandma passed 6 months later,
wow.
It was, oh my gosh, I know that there were so many things that she wanted to do that she just never got around to, or she was so proud of me for pursuing. I can't just give up and be like safe and settled. I have to at least try. So yeah, I mean, the type of person, like they cause you to reflect on different things and for different reasons.
I think it's sweet that people can leave such a big imprint on your life. Her name was Deb, the one who passed away a couple of years ago. Yeah. She bought me my passport, my first ever passport. So like literally every time I like travel internationally, it like reminds me of her. And like just little things like that. So literally like every time I travel, I think about Deb. Like every time I perform, I think about her because I would always go and debrief the shows like with her and my mom. Yeah. And even like the family member that almost passed away, I was talking to them this last week and they were like, you have to go into the mountains every week. Like you just have to go there every week and take it all in and embrace every moment of this adventure you're on. And I was like, okay. I was like, thank you. Like, and it was just like so sweet. Amazing. And even that person would like love to be in the mountains, but like it's just not the season. It wasn't like envious or there was like no struggle. It was literally just like, I'm so proud of you for going and embrace every moment of it. Yeah. Which is just precious. Someone the other day, it was the 4th of July, and we basically, one of our friends works on this like beautiful golf course. Like
amazing.
And so we kind of like snuck on with her to watch. It's like, what's it called whenever it's like a
trespassing?
A club. What's it called? Trespassing?
A country club?
A country club. So it's a country club. Literally, I asked her, I said, how much does it cost to like be a part of this club? And she
Too
was like, oh,
much.
not.
Come on.
She goes, oh, not that much. Your original fee is like anywhere from like 15,000 to 25,000, and then you pay about 500 a month. And I literally was like,
Oh,
okay, so they're in a different tax bracket than I am.
I will not be joining.
I was like, dreamed about it for a moment. Reality hit. So we watched it on there, and then basically the security team like caught wind that there was a bunch of us coming on through an employee, which we thought was fine, but then
Yeah.
obviously it wasn't fine. So they like actually like turned a lot of people away and were like, you can't join. So then we were like, oh my gosh, are we gonna get kicked off?
No.
And I made a comment of like, well, I'm ready to fight, obviously. And I said I might have to throw in a few dance moves here and there in honor of West Side Story, but I'm down to fight.
It is Freedom Day.
It's literally the day of freedom. Please let me throat punch someone.
Let me exercise my right.
My rights. When that's literally not necessarily right.
No.
Last episode, you talked about having a like small minty bee. How are you doing pursuing your goals right now?
I'm doing a lot better. I've made lists.
Hey, yo.
Which very much, they help me reorient my energy and kind of focus on like practical steps, because I feel like a lot of stuff can get ambiguous. So that's been helping a lot. Been journaling and talking to a counselor when I feel overwhelmed about like feeling not prepared or struggling with like imposter syndrome, stuff like that. That's been helping a ton. One of my friends, he was asking me if his church could also contract me out
Cool.
to help train some of their people. So it's like things are happening. I'm getting a little stressed out because my schedule's getting full.
Yeah.
But good problems to have. I've outlined curriculum before. And then, but yeah, as far as like training and teaching, I'm very intentional about talking to their, in this case, pastors, and being like, what are like some things you want to see improvement on? What are some goals you have for like your worship experience that you feel like you're not getting? And then kind of crafting a curriculum around that with the amount of time they're giving me. So this one job is 8 weeks, but it's not 8 weeks with everybody. And so it's like I'm building out more like tools, resources for them to utilize, and then walking them through like concepts when I'm with them and kind of explaining, giving language. Veg Fest gives me a lot of anxiety because I haven't worked a festival before on my own. And I don't know really what to expect, and I don't enjoy that. I love being the chaos in somebody's life, not walking into it.
It'll be a good learning curve for you.
So gonna say yes. Gonna ask some more questions though first.
Good.
Really being intentional with my energy, honestly. Making lists, actually using a calendar.
Proud of you. I love a calendar.
I hate a calendar, but it's fine.
Color code it, and it makes it even better.
I like when somebody gives me the calendar and it's already color coded, and I just have to like input my information.
You know, this is the theme. Neither of us want to be the assistant. We want to have an assistant.
Yes, I need an assistant. I can't pay you, but
would
yet,
you like to be my shadow everywhere? Thank you.
But would
my
you
brain.
like to run my life? Or, you
Thank
know,
you.
a significant other. You can run my life too, but
That's
maybe
fair.
not. I think
No,
I would
I'd
hate
rather
that too.
I'd rather an assistant. If my
Yeah.
significant other nagged me, I'd be like, what do you think
I
you're
would be
doing?
like, get out of the house right now
You're breathing too loud.
before I murder you.
Literally. Well, I'm proud of
What
you
about-
for doing the festival. That's
Thank
going to be
you.
really cool.
Thank you. I'm going to try. Who knows? What about you? How's Colorado? What have you been up to since obviously, right, like you're not doing entertainment stuff, but
Correct. So there's like zero entertainment in the Springs. I've been
Yeah.
trying to find a dance class to go take, and it's nearly impossible. I found a few studios, and most of them though they have adult classes, but it's like beginning adult ballet, beginning adult tap, and I'm like,
classes
no,
I would take.
I'm like, I need to go take a class like with a professional company.
Yeah.
or like an advanced, and I
Yeah.
literally cannot find it anywhere. So I finally found one company that has adult, intermediate, advanced classes, and I think those classes are with their company because they're like 10 to 11 in the morning, which is usually company
Oh,
time. I
yeah.
haven't even been in a class for a month now. I've been
Oh, yeah.
craving it. I've been like craving the dance studio. Even if I need to drive into Denver, that was like my pep talk that I was like, even if I drive into Denver once a month to take a dance class, I think I might start doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. There are probably more options in Denver, I'm sure.
There are many, many more. Yeah,
What?
even the Colorado Ballet is in Denver, which I
Oh,
don't necessarily want to go take a ballet class with
fair
them, but
enough. What style is more popular? Have you noticed?
and here,
Yeah, in Colorado.
ballet.
Ballet. Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
So the only like really nice school in the Springs is a really intense ballet school that's
Okay.
like costs like $1 bajillion and their students go on to like really fancy companies. Other than that, it's like salsa classes, tango, and things
Ooh.
like that, which are still
Okay.
super fun, just
Yeah,
not
but
what I'm looking for.
yeah.
And
Okay.
then once it comes to like live theater, haven't found it, which I didn't expect. When I first moved out here, I was in a place where I was like, wow, I feel really burnt out on performing. Maybe I could fully quit. I don't know. In a month in, I'm like, get me into the dance studio. Please, for the love of God, someone hand me a script. Like, I'm craving getting back on the stage or in front of the camera so badly. So it's a really good break, and I'm glad that it's intentional. So I'm like growing other crafts. So I'm trying to get into content creating. I would love for my name to be a brand. So like I want me to
Ooh.
be a brand.
Honestly, what a name. Havala Loren.
Havla
It
Loren.
sounds expensive.
Like I want it to be a perfume one day.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, it's the name for it.
It's the name. So I'm just trying to like figure out how to build my brand personally, and then I'm trying to get into content creating for products,
Okay.
like user generated content. So I've been
UGC.
pouring like UGC. So I've been pouring like so much time into building my website and creating videos. And my next step, my website's almost done. There's still like a few things that I just like cannot figure out how to do on Canva. Like I'm trying to create a carousel of pictures, and I did it, but it only moves 1 inch and then it stops. And I can't figure
That
out
would
why
drive
it
me
stops.
insane.
So I literally had to let it go for like 3 days. I was like, I can't look at it. Like I'm
That's
starting
fair.
to get so mad.
I'm not gonna
Um,
lie, I have been like taking peeks on our Canva.
so to see if I've made progress.
Well, no, just because like you like texted me, you're like, I'm gonna kill Canva because of this
Yep.
stupid carousel. And I said, oh, let's see if I can figure it out. I looked at it and I said,
It took me a long time. I had to
No.
watch quite a few videos because the videos weren't as like instructional. Like they would say 90% of the stuff you were supposed to do, but then like not cue you in on the 10% that was like super helpful.
the really
So-
important stuff, like how to make it move.
Yeah, exactly. So they like made it seem like that part would be super simple, and it's not. So I'm hoping my goal is to finish my website. My goal is by the end of July to be
Okay.
pitching myself to companies. And my overall goal is that it's a part-time job by the time I come back to Kansas City for a few months. And then I'll probably be in Kansas City for a few months before I move out to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just to like save up and again try to get the
Grind.
content creating, like
Yeah.
grinding to make it a full-time job
Yeah.
before I actually move out to Atlanta. And then a little pipe dream, there's these choreographers I follow that are based in New York, and they're choreographing a show right now. And they're having auditions soon, and they're like, you have to live in New York or be willing to like move here for a few months while we do the show. And I was
Done.
like,
Pick me.
I literally was like, pick me, love me, choose me. I debated about
But-
auditioning just for the plot, but
I think you should audition for the plot.
audition for the plot, and then I don't know, could maybe know someone in New York.
I'm sure. Between the two of us, I'm sure we know someone.
So I was literally telling my mom the other day, she was like, I'm just worried that you're going to go to Atlanta and be like lonely. And I was like, I really don't think I am. First of all, I really don't mind being a lone wolf. Second of all, I don't think I'm going to be. Like I have so many friends who have family and friends out there.
You're also extremely social. So you'll
Yes.
at least get like socialized. It might take you a little bit to like build a community.
For sure.
But like it's not like you don't have one that you can't call.
Yeah.
Like you have one. You're not bad at making friends.
No, I mean, I could make friends with a tree. Like I could talk to a wall for hours.
And you do.
And I actually do every day.
And
so
I talk to trees all the time about
and I
cleaning Airbnbs.
literally, I'm like, did you know that I cleaned a shower and made a toupee out of someone's hairs? It was disgusting. Thank you
Someone's
for being so
hairs?
beautiful. Someone's hairs. Thank you for being beautiful and giving me fresh air.
couldn't say pubes one more time.
No, I couldn't. It grossed me out too much.
I know. I said she had to say hairs.
Hairs?
Someone's hair.
Okay, well, where can they find us, Katie?
You can find us on Instagram as our most active. You can also find us on YouTube, TikTok, Apple Podcasts,
Music.
Podcasts.
Like, comment, subscribe, listen to the full episode. Even if you fast forward to the end, we don't care. Just listen to the full thing, please.
Or even if you just put it on and you walk away.
That's great. Even
I'll take
better,
it.
put it on, clean your kitchen. Put it on, do your job. Put it on, drive to the grocery store. Let our voices serenade you.
Please. They're pretty nice, I would say, as far as podcasting voices go.
If you love it, comment. If you hate it, comment. If you have thoughts, comment. Yeah. Well, that's our final thought. So
That's
I
it.
guess this is the end of our episode for today, and we'll see you next time.
Catch you on the flip.
Bye.
Bye.